Hey everyone, it's MyJub Jr. And what I wanted to cover today is that despite standard equipment being included in the game, the choice of utilizing said equipment in a loadout is still widely underused. However, is it for good reason? In this analysis, we look into the specific stats associated with each and every piece of equipment and how they interact with potential counters such as body armor or flak jacket. To start off, equipment in Black Ops 4 replaces specialist equipment and also takes up an additional loadout slot on top of that. And on the trophy system, Combat Axe, and Concussion, you can hold two of the same equipment if you choose to invest another point on them. Now as for how they work in-game, equipment in Black Ops 4 is unusual compared to the previous iterations, where you effectively have an infinite supply of your chosen equipment at the expense of a recharge period that persists through deaths. In this sense, they share the exact same mechanics with the specialist equipment, but also additionally, just like the specialist gear, each piece of equipment has their own unique charge time until they can be utilized again. In order of how they're displayed in-game, the trophy system recharges in 55 seconds, Combat Axe in 23 seconds, and the Frag, Molotov, Concussion all recharge within 1 minute and 10 seconds. Using the faster equipment charge gear will approximately have all the mentioned recharge times across the board. Next, if you choose to equip two pieces of equipment, the recharge times will be unaffected, but instead you'll be able to stack two uses instead of just one. However, the indicators related to this are subtle, as once the first charge is accumulated, there is no timer to display the progress for the second charge. It instead quietly charges in the background, and only once the second charge is fully completed is it indicated with a small yellow line underneath the original equipment icon. Now with equipment recharge out of the way, the effective ranges and damage of each equipment can be explored. Once again, going in the same order as previously, the trophy has an incredible range of effect paired with the fact that it can seemingly disable an infinite amount of slower moving projectiles, such as thrown equipment. However, keep in mind that the trophy system must have a direct line of sight on the projectile to work. Thus keep that in mind during placement of the trophy system. For the Combat Axe, it has the ability to always get a one-hit kill, even if the opponent in mind has been stacked with 200 HP and body armor. It is also retrievable after use, just like in the previous games. The traditional frag grenade sports a 5-second fuse, which corresponds to the frag detonating on the 5th pulse of the crosshairs, as a means of accurate timing. The lethal radius of the frag is respectable as seen on screen, and also ignores protection due to body armor, but unfortunately the flak jacket perk will reduce its damage to deal only about 80 HP at max. The Molotov provides an area denial effect that easily spans across the width of a hallway and lasts exactly 10 seconds. It is also important to know that it is possible to sprint through the entire length of the Molotov's area of effect and survive, but doing so will cause approximately 100 hit points of damage and inflict a burnt status effect on the player, leaving them unable to heal for an extended period of time. Moreover, getting a near direct impact will almost always cause immediate death. Lastly, the Concussion has incredible range, with almost it being identical to the 9-bang and trophy system, and will cause severe movement impairment, visual distortions, but will also force the opponent to be in a hipfire state. This effect lasts 5 seconds and can be cut down to be even less than a second with the Attack Mask perk. To get a full summary of all the effective ranges of every single equipment I just spoke about, I put together a quick graph to help you visualize them. But finally, while each equipment is certainly most decent, they are just simply overshadowed by the far more useful specialist equipment. For example, the 9-bang is just a better concussion, the reactor core is just a better Molotov, and so on. And to add insult to injury, they also cost an additional loadout point, despite being generally weaker than their respective specialist gear. So instead, I feel like it would be most effective if you just chose the specialist with the upgraded equipment instead. Therefore, because of this, the only equipment I can really recommend here is the trophy system, since it stands unique to pretty much any of the other specialist equipment in the game. But with that being said, that's all for this video, and if you found it useful, be sure to give a like or share. But as always, thanks for stopping by, and until the next video.